Alright, we're ready. Let's go. Sing, sing, get that opening song stuck in my head every time. So, I was going pretty strong on this, and then I, didn't, for some reason. Also, I'm playing the OBS window. What am I doing? Okay. No, yeah, I was having fun with this game, and then I, stopped playing for some reason. I just, lack of motivation, more than anything. Just sometimes hard to find motivation to do anything. And here we are. So, I'll play some more. I feel like I started this. I've definitely seen this. Did I record this? No. I don't remember anything beyond this. What's that sound? Sound like a gear. Wasn't a flying saucer, was it? Whatever it is, doesn't give off a good feeling. Yeah, we'll think about it. Won't get us anywhere. Should we follow that gear? Instead of speculating on it, we should look for clues that there are humans here. Okay, I definitely did this part. But I don't know where I saved. Maybe here. This seems like me. I would have like come up here and saved or something. I don't. Right. Did I start recording this and then stop? I might have done that. I don't know why. He wasn't feeling it? Okay, well, regardless. I gotta mess with Digimon's tactics, because I want to have Gabumon and Agumon. I want to see if putting them on Act Freely will have them, I want to see if putting them on Act Freely, your call, will make them Digivolve on their own, should they feel the need. Because, I mean, I don't want to have to go through the annoyance of getting the Digivolve every time, if there's an easier way to do it. But it doesn't seem like they're doing it on their own. Oh no, he does, okay, so they do have the choice. That makes me feel better. And then they just make dumb decisions like Digivolving and then doing a regular attack. Whatever. Okay. Alright. Good. That's definitely Spiral Twister. Oh, cool. Oh, it's like a bonus attack almost. It is a bonus attack because he's still got his move. This is pretty cool. I'm digging it. But at the same time, it's taking forever. So, Monochroma needs to get his shit going. Is it just like a random chance for an attack? Because I did not do any of that. It doesn't look like it cost MP to do either. Or SP, whatever it is. That's pretty good. Ah, fuck. Realized I was recording audio. That's gonna sound weird. So I'm gonna have to change that later. Damn it. No. Okay. We're good. Whatever that may have sounded, and if that was useless, then here we are. Back in part 3. If I had to cut that, we're back in part 3. Here we go. God, that took forever though. Are they all gonna be that long? I don't know if I have that much prepared. I don't know if I have that much prepared material. I can talk about this. So, yesterday I was going to bed at like 11, and normally that's when my shift starts. This is not that kind of story. Before we start, it's just calm down. This isn't like normally I go to bed at 11, and then I forgot I had to work. Oh no. So I was going to bed around 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because it matters. And I got a text at like 11:05 that said, "Hey, can you come to work?" You know, the other guy said he gave like an hour's notice and said he had a family emergency, or he like just called and said family emergency. And the other guy lives in the town that I work, and I don't. I live an hour away. So just like between that and the fact that I was like literally going to sleep like then, I was just like, no. I just didn't respond, so that was my no, because that way he would assume it's 11 at night. I'm sleeping like a normal human being. And then when I woke up, quote unquote, at 6, I think I did wake up around 6. I didn't sleep very well, because of all the guilt and not accepting it. No. When I woke up, I texted him and I said, "Oh yeah, sorry. You know, is everything okay? Sorry you couldn't work." And he's like, "Yeah, we got another guy to cover, but can you do tonight's?" And I said, like, "Why? Is he not been heard of or something, because if you're an avid follower of the channel, you know the last 2 times that I've that this shit has happened, it's been the other guy has just like disappeared completely, and I've been left covering, basically working every shift, which is not fun. I don't want to do it ever again, which is why I'm pretty sure if it happens again, I'll probably just quit. I'm just like, I can't do this anymore. Yeah, so I should back up even further. For those who don't know, or do know, I don't know how you wouldn't know. I work an overnight job, so I work at a 7-Eleven. It used to be not a 7-Eleven, then they bought us. I work there, and I do the overnight shift, so from 11 to 6, 7, 8, depending on the shift. And I'm doing it for 6 years, 6.5, something like that, and it's just like, I'm just so fucking over it. It's fine, because the whole reason I like the job is that I don't have to do anything. I just pretty much take care of customers for a few hours, do very little work in the middle of the night, and then most of the time just get to sit and play video games, or read, or, you know, go on my phone. And that's pretty cool to do it a job. And I also get paid a lot to do it, like a few bucks above minimum, which I think is a pretty decent amount. But at the same time, it's not a real job, it's not a career, it's not why I went to college, so it's like the pressure of finding a real job is finally getting to me, and it really is like getting to me. Because like I keep looking for jobs, and first of all, I can't find any openings for something like I could do that's like in my field, and then when I do, I apply, and then I get no response, and it is soul crushing, and it's literally just destroying me inside. And if you're thinking, oh, that sounds sad, let me leave a comment that says like, oh, don't worry, Nick, you'll find something eventually. You and every other motherfucker who says that just makes it worse. Yeah, I don't want to hear you'll find something eventually, because that just makes even more pressure. It's just like, oh, well, clearly you're doing something wrong. Keep trying. No, it's just, oh, I hate it. I hate it so much. But it's whatever. So, anyway, back to, we'll get more into that in this video. Yeah, so he was like, oh, but, so yeah, even if we can get him to work tonight, I want to cover it anyway, because it's a punishment for him calling in on the shift. And it's like, I get the mentality where it's like, okay, so they called in, they kind of fucked you over, so you want to take away one of their shifts, because then they'll, you know, that's like the punishment. I get that in theory, but you can't do that with overnights, because it's me and him, we're the only other overnighters. The guy who covered for me, or for him, I'm sorry, was someone who works during like the regular night shift, and it's not fair to him or anyone else who has to do these goddamn shifts. It's just annoying. So it's like that punishment doesn't work. Like, punish them some other way, because at the end of the day, someone else still has to cover a shift. That's bullshit. So that was I didn't say that. I just said, oh, I have to go into Boston on Friday, so I can't work Thursday night, and that was my reasoning. I did fuck all today, and I'm doing fuck all tomorrow. So it was really just an excuse. I just don't want to work. You can't make me. Leave me alone. It's not my shift. I'm not on call. I'm not a goddamn nurse. So yeah, I've been in a weird state of mind lately, where it's like, it's all the drugs, man. I'm just completely out of no. Yeah, just been a weird spot mentally, where it's just like, I feel like a failure, is basically what it comes out to. It's been roughly 6-7 months since I graduated, but didn't graduate, because they decided, hey, you didn't graduate, you need 2 more classes. But at the same time, I'm just like, but I have no motivation to go back, because I have every requirement of my degree filled. It's just, yeah, our college says you need 120 credits, and you have 115. It's like, oh, so you need, I didn't meet everything required for my degree. Like, I didn't, you know, take certain classes. I didn't learn everything I needed to learn about English writing and rhetoric and communications. They're like, oh no, you did all that. It's just, we have a mandatory certain amount of classes. Like, do you mean I didn't fill it all my gen ed requirements? Like, I missed something? Like, I didn't get enough general education? Like, no, you got all those requirements too. And it's just, we just need a certain amount of total classes. And I think that's absolute bullshit. And this is my way of taking a stand. And it's working not for me at all. But it's just one of those things where it's like, it's hard to kind of suck it up and just like, go back into it. So I'm currently not. But at the same time, I would like to leave this house. I'd like to go live on my own. Or with a roommate that's not family. Or if it is family, it's not like brother or something. And, yeah, just slowly going insane. More insane, or maybe normal. Like, I was already insane and now I'm going normal. So that's fun. So I've been in a weird state of mind. I feel not great, basically. Not, like, depressed, because, I mean, that's a different time of the month. Just randomly get depressed for no reason. It just, I'm not feeling enough, and I feel bad about it. Now, obviously, that's going to change in a week when Hacker's Memory comes out, and I get a bunch more attention on YouTube and stuff like that. Or I won't, and I'll feel even more like a failure. But it's one of those things where it's just like, nothing I do seems to work. Life just likes to keep slapping its dicker across my face. I'm just like, I'm not into that life, and then life is not being consensual. I just keep slapping that dick, so it is what it is. Anyway, that's my depressing story. That's why there's been less videos, except when it's like co-op videos, stuff like that. Just haven't really been able to get the motivation to record. Also, haven't really done anything, so nothing to talk about. I can say this. I've been going on dates, which is nice. You would think, hey Nick, isn't that a confidence booster? No, because it is exhausting. No, I'm kidding. It's nice, it's fun, it's good. It's not, it doesn't add less worry to my life. Now it's just like, okay, how do I keep this person from not discovering how broken I am? And just like trick her into keep seeing me. Even though obviously she couldn't like me, because I mean, how could she? So I have to keep tricking her, pretending I'm someone I'm not. That's not true. I'm being pretty honest. Oh my god, I get really worried that this was like Persona, and that because Piomon died, that the game was over. Okay, phew. Hey guys, wouldn't it be crazy if... No, I guess it costs SP. He's already almost dead, so I might as well just do that finishing blow. Luckily the save spot is right behind us. So yeah, it does not add less worry to my life. I cannot tell for the life of me if I'm more stressed, like, than I was when I was in the courting process, where it's like, hey, talking to this person, trying to get a date, finally get a date. Okay, I don't know if I'm more stressed about trying to keep seeing this person than I was trying to, like, get to see this person or not. But it's there. I'm just, like, constantly, like, if I text and, like, a certain amount of time goes by and I get no response, I'm just like, oh, well, this is how it ends. I'm being ghosted, and that's fine. You know, she's entitled to her opinion. I understand. Don't blame her at all. And it's just stuff like that. No, I really need to make this less depressing. I was trying to think of a story. Okay, so like I said, she hasn't discovered I'm garbage yet. So we're going. I think on Saturday I'm supposed to go see Drunk Shakespeare, which is exactly like it sounds. I think it's supposed to be. The way it was described is that it's like 6 actors and one of them is completely smashed and the rest are just taking it completely seriously, which to me sounds more fun than if it was just like all of them drunk, because then that just gets obnoxious. But the fact that only one of them is, or maybe like 1 or 2, makes it so much better in my opinion. So I'm excited to see that. It's they're doing Taming of the Shrew, which, if you're not familiar with it, is also what the movie 10 Things I Hate About You with Heath Ledger and Julia Stiles is based on. Which, and this is going to reveal a little bit about myself, one of my favorite movies of all time. I love Julia Stiles and I love Heath Ledger, and I love how that movie was like progressive at the time. It's like, you know, it's like girls don't need a boyfriend. Like, what are you talking about? And the fact that at the end of the movie, one of the girls punches like the obnoxious dude in the face after he punches like one of the male leads. I'm like, I love it. I liked it even as a kid, so, or as a teenager, I guess. So, seeing the actual Shakespeare version of that with drunkenness is gonna be pretty cool. We keep walking and walking, but I can't see anything. I mean, there's no sand flying around, like, at all. Matt, like, suck it up. There are these telephone poles we've been seeing for a while. Surely there must be humans somewhere around here. Wait a minute, let me try using my pocket telescope. I love that he has an actual animation for it. Ah, where in the world are we? We're in the digital world. There's a village. There's a village, that means there must be humans. Alright, let's head for that village. Okay. But the reason I bring this up is because, I'm pretty sure I've told this, but it's been a while, so I'll tell it again. When I was in community college, so this was years ago, probably 2011, 2012, I was in a theater class, and that's actually how I, in a round, alright, they respawned. I was looking for a safe spot, and now I don't want to. In a very roundabout way, that college is how I met Spencer, because I was in a theater class, and that's where I met Spencer's, at the time, girlfriend. And I became friends with her, and then eventually we hung out, and she was like, here's my boyfriend, Spencer. And then I was like, she was like, he does Twitch stuff. And I was like, oh, I do YouTube stuff. There must be some common ground. I would later find out there was no common ground. We're not similar in any way. And he has been a blight on me for my entire life. No. So that's how I met Spencer, but more of that in a second. It's Pyokomon Village. Pyokomon. All the Pyokomon are my friends. I mean, I'm just going to keep saying Yokomon. Pyokomon sounds weird. So that's when David seen any other humans around here. I already know the answer is no. Why do I have to go through this charade? These little huts, they look like... Do you know Spyro Year the Dragon in the Alps, the first Sheila level? Or the only Sheila, like, her world? When you get to the end, and you have to, like, jump and, like, do a stomp on all the huts to stop the Rhinox from spawning. It's a very obscure reference, but that's what these huts remind me of. They're, like, just the right height. Alright, do I have to talk to all 8,000 of them? Alright. Come to think of it, I saw something falling towards Outlook Mountain earlier. I saw a black gear a while ago. Could that black gear be nearby? I don't know. Who knows? I mean, I do know. And I know that you're going to need more than sunscreen to stop him. How do you evolve, Piyomon? Once I met Sora, I was suddenly able to evolve. So you can evolve only when a human's here? Must be because I have to protect Sora. Protect me, but she's so clingy. Does she really think that? What kind of Digimon are you? Me? It's a creature called a human. A human, not a Digimon? Seems they haven't seen other humans. We'll treat you to a feast later, so please look forward to it. All the Digi mushrooms you can eat, which is a lot because they don't fill very much. Humans are really big. I'd like to let you rest in my house, but you won't fit. I can stomp the shit out of it to stop Rhinox from coming out of it. I don't know why I keep making this reference. Nobody's gonna get this reference. Are you the only ones in this village? Just us. But there's a Digimon called Marimon who lives on the Outlook Mountain. Marimon, Outlook Mountain. No, it doesn't sound like a thing. It sounds like a boring Digimon. Definitely not a meme. You talk differently, Piyomon. Are you using human speech? That's it. Did that black gear really fly in this direction? Yeah. In any case, my throat is really dry. There's a well here. The water comes from Outlook Mountain, so it's delicious. We're saved. This was actually one of my favorite scenes in the anime, so let's see. The well's dried up. The water's gone, but we had it up until yesterday. I'm burning! What's that voice? It's coming from Outlook Mountain. Alright, let's use my telescope. I'm annoyed that they didn't have the fire come out of the well. I'm burning! I'm burning up right now! His Japanese voice is way cooler than his English voice is. Marimon's shouting and running this way. This isn't how Marimon usually is. If he gets down here, he'll burn down the village. Everyone, let's get out of here quickly. Where do we run? There's a boat in the lake over there. We can all hide in there. Alright, everyone, let's go. Wait, looks like some Yokomon I'm missing. We have to help them escape. Thank you, Sora. I'll help you. Oh, they're actually going to make me do this. Alright. Time is of the essence. So, Sora, if you could walk a little faster. Okay. TK, hurry up and get out of the village. I want to help the Piyomon too. Scold him harshly. Speak to him calmly. TK, you need to escape the village. I'm counting on you to lead Pokemon. Got it. I'll be waiting outside the village. I really don't think I need a guide for this shit, because a lot of the answers are pretty obvious. I felt like this in, I'm playing Psychopass at the moment, or Psychopass Mandatory Happiness, on Vita. And a lot of the options are like, it's similar like that, where it's like, you know which one they want you to pick. So no one's sleeping. What, huh? Where's everyone? Why isn't it a place like this? I was playing hide and seek with everyone, but everyone's going wild. Let's come in this way. Hurry and get everywhere. So it's like, I accidentally got like one of the best endings, like, for like basically solving the case like immediately. And that's not how the game is meant to be played at all. You're supposed to like slowly figure it out. But I figured it out immediately because I always just knew which option to pick just based on the wording. That all of them, there might be there might still be ones who haven't fled yet. I mean, I can see them, Sora. Open your eyes. Tide and throw open your fucking eyes too, just in your helmet. I'm scared. I'll be right, Sora, and I'll pull through. Really? Yes. You gotta run away. Thank you. I don't know if this will trigger if I talk to all of them first. Let's make sure I talk to Mimi. Sora, so we have to get out of here quickly. Mimi-chan, calm down. Speak to her calmly. Scold her harshly. Speak to her calmly. Feel like if I speak to her calmly, surely they wouldn't give the same answer twice. You know, get yourself together. You're going to cause trouble for everyone else. It's easy to say, but I'm scared. I can't help it, Mimi-chan. Oh, nope. It was speak to her calmly. We're never going to get Rosemon now. We're never going to see those PSP boobies. Hiding in a place like this. I'd be safe if I hid here. Didn't Sora and I find you? Yeah, I guess this place isn't safe after all. Alright. It's not all of them. Stop saying that every time. Obviously, it's not all of them. It's a very small area. Come on, get out of here quickly. Thank you. Thank you. That's what I wanted. It's just short dialogue. God damn it. You think this one's hidden very well? Sorry, you found one. Hurry up and flee. Got it. Well, there might still be ones that haven't fled. Ugh. I can see you. I'm looking with my special eyes. Bothered me that I couldn't walk through that little gap. Okay, come on. Let's hurry this up. Maramon's... I mean, I can't see him on the mountain, so I just assume we have forever, but... we should probably hurry this up. Oh, God, really? Oh, okay. God, why are there so many of you? Oh, thank God. We evacuated Yokomon village. Pyomon, come this way. Pyomon, you came to save me. We're friends, aren't we? I mean, are you? I don't know. Helping a friend at the last minute. That idiot! Zoro, what's wrong? Come back. I don't think I need to voice that. Sora, did you come here so you could save me? Of course, you're an important friend to me. Thank you, Sora. This time, I'll protect you. You have to support Pyomon too. They didn't even give the attack animations. You have those in the game already. Oh, that's cool. They actually got him slightly growing. Or that was the camera. I can't tell. Arrow is absorbing all the attacks. They won't work on him. Try using attacks that aren't fire attacks. I'm burning up! So Sora's in danger, because I can't give up. Surely, I can't beat this fire Digimon with our fire attacks, so I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to Digivolve into a fire Digimon and use exclusively fire attacks. That'll stop him. Bergemon's wings aren't even, like, continuously on fire. 0 out of 10. Terrible game. Pyomon evolved, because I promised I would protect Sora. Thank you. I know I'm not alone here, but I'm going to say it anyway. I've always thought that that Bergemon's mouth looks ridiculous. And I just, like, can't get behind it. I'm sorry. Sorry if that upsets someone, but it's just, I can't. It always looks stupid to me. Alright, let's use, Meteor... I'm willing to bet Meteor Wing hits all characters. Let's use... well, let's try it anyway. Yeah, that definitely hits all characters. Oh, he's got an automatic... he automatically will attack back if you use an attack. Or maybe it's only fire ones. Alright, well, obviously, we're going all out. It's a boss fight. So yeah, someone was telling me that... I think it was Taiki who said that if you don't... oh, sweet. If you don't, get the bonds up for everyone except for the two main Digimon, that they'll like Agumon and Gabumon. All of the other ones won't hit Mega unless you get certain bonds up. I don't know if they let you redo quests though, so I don't know what would happen if I like somehow missed it. Would that just be lost on me? Revenge is pretty neat. I wonder if he'll drop something that'll let me do that. Ooh, that did a decent amount. Oh, continues to do a decent amount. Greymon is the only MVP here. So, Garumon's blinking, which leads me to believe that I'm making another bond attack. So yeah, it looks like it's just a free attack, which is pretty cool. I'll take that. Easy peasy. I wonder how many episodes until they did. When is Metal Grandma coming into play? Not until like 21 or something, right? That's when the episode where he goes back to, what's it called? Is what? And he goes back to the human world, and they have that episodes that's done that has the same animation as the Digimon world. Or I'm sorry, it's directed by the same dude who directed our war game, which is why it's so cool. That episode's awesome. One of the best in the series, in my opinion. Attack Boost 3, fuck yeah, I'll take that. Although this seems kind of early to give 3. I wonder if it goes up to like 10 or something. We won with the power of Bergemon's flames. That's the black gear. Black gear was in Maramon's body, that's why. Sora, it's Sora. Yaman, thank you so much. It was only natural because I love you, Sora. Where was I? Maramon, you're back to normal. A black gear fell from the sky. After that, I don't know. You don't remember Maramon? Maramon, please keep protecting Outlook Mountain like you always have. Like I always have. It's like the Yokomon really like you since you've gone back from being a bad Digimon. Is that so? Then I'll return to Outlook Mountain. Everyone, Yokomon said they'll give us food as thanks. Hooray! Yamon saved me. She really did evolve because I was in danger. That's great, Sora, but what's really great is that the episode after this is... Damn it! Ugh. Do I move on to Kabuterimon, or do I do this one now? Damn it. I want this one so bad because I love Tentomon, but we'll do this one instead. Do I want to put Tentomon back? I can't, so we'll do this. Ah, Sora, look. There's Yokomon. I wonder what it's doing in such a hurry. Piamon, Sora, help. Calm down, tell us what happened. Hurry, hurry. No. This is, you know how I know this is a side quest? Because they just said help and they didn't give an answer why, which means when we get there it's going to be something ridiculous. Not without saying anything. Let's hurry to the Pokemon village. Sora, Piamon, over here. Oh, they actually brought us here. What in the world is going on? It's Yokomon who left the village looking for the Digi-Strawberries haven't returned. I know where to find Digi-Strawberries. Sora, should we go look for them together? Of course. How many Pokemon haven't returned? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of them in all. Got it. Alright, let's go look for them. Do we have to? We just leave them? Alright, equipment, Agumon. Let's take Attack Boost 1. What's Attack Boost 3 size? I can fit this here. How do I... So let me unequip. What's the button? Oh, it's square. Oh shit, I might as well like, unequip everything at this point. Reevaluate. Nope. Hang on. Alright. Can I turn these? There's gotta be a way, right? But I just don't know. Oh! Holy shit. I just realized R2 is speed up. It's a game changer, literally. Okay, here we go. Defense boost. Yes. I can fit another attack boost. Agumon is going to be so goddamn OP. SP, I can't fit anything else. And then we also have heal. Who did I teach heal to? I don't remember. Where's Piamon? Oh, I don't have any left. Okay. Guess what? HP boost? Check. SP boost? Check. Because they're all that's left. Synthesis! I can make these, but... Ooh, make 2. No. Alright, I'll leave it. Alright, so I gotta find a bunch of people. Look at this. Ah! I can speed up now. I can't believe I can do it on the controller, too. That's awesome. That's super handy. Alright, so the reason I told this story, I said I took a theater class in community college. This is the beginning. I know this is a while ago, but just roll with it. When I went to school in Cape Cod. I did not live in the Cape, so that became an issue. So basically, I would drive like an hour and a half to and from school. So I would only go Tuesday, Thursday, because I mean, if I'm gonna make a commute that long, like I'm not gonna do it very often. That's just the way it's gonna go down. So yeah, so I did that, and for a couple semesters. But one day, or not one day, but when I was in theater class, part of the assignment was that we had to see the production that was going on that semester, which is fine. I can understand that. I'm sorry, we didn't have to see the production. We had to go to a dress rehearsal. Which, if you don't know what a dress rehearsal is, basically they put on the play, but without an audience, except for like maybe a few. That's the general idea, is that so they can like practice, you know, make sure they get everything right, but at the same time there's no like pressure of like, you know, doing the actual performance. Like nobody from like out of the school and stuff like that is coming. I don't know what the exact rules are for most dress rehearsals. I don't know if it's common practice to have a lot of show up. Also, I don't like getting attacked by a Numon and then a random fucking Monochromon comes in here. This is bullshit. Anyway, so, so the way it worked is that the plan was for the whole class to go on a dress rehearsal on a Wednesday. And I was like, I can't do that. I commute and I can't go on a Wednesday because I'm not going to come all the way. I mean, I could have, in retrospect. Like hindsight 2020, I could have come down just for like a dress rehearsal one night and probably just like hung out with some friends or something. It wouldn't have been the worst thing in the world, especially not compared to what I actually had to do. So I said this to the professor. I was like, yeah, I mean, I'm only available on Tuesday, Thursday. I lied. I said like, oh, I work on Wednesdays. And she was like, oh, you know, I guess you can come on Tuesday. You can go to the dress rehearsal on a Tuesday. But it's their first one, and I was just like, whatever, who cares? So just like, you know, I don't give a shit. I'm just gonna sit. And this is my mistake. So the production they were putting on this semester was a Rocky Horror Picture Show, and some of you are going to be ahead of me, and some of you aren't going to know what that means. And you, my friends, are just like I was. And that you're just like, whatever, it's a play, who cares? I'll just sit in the audience and watch. That is not what a Rocky Horror Picture Show is going to be. Rocky Horror Picture Show might be infamously the most audience interactive play that exists. Like, not exaggerating, it might be the play with the most audience interaction. And I have not changed my ways. I am the same as I was. I am the same person, more or less, that I was back then. And that includes not wanting anything to fucking do with audience interaction. When I have no problem with plays, I have no problems with musicals. I don't actively really seek them out. I have a very healthy appreciation for plays, but I don't really see them. Musicals, I don't think I'd ever choose to go to, but like, I'm totally fine with it. I'm totally like, you know, this is, you know, if I watch it, I'll be like, that was pretty good, if it's good. I wouldn't like seek it out. However, Rocky Horror Picture Show is like the worst combination of these two. So some people are really, really into this, especially like nerdy culture, and like, I don't know how to describe it. People who were like emo in high school love this shit. I, however, do not love this shit because of my situation. So basically, I went to a dress rehearsal, and because it was the first one, and because my class was not with me, I was the only one in the audience. Like, literally sat smack in the middle of the seats. Like, I went up to there, I showed up, there was, like, the director and, like, one of the professors was like, in the, kind of, like, in the aisle or something, like, talking, and I walked up and was like, hey, I'm part of the, you know, the theater course. We have to see the dress rehearsal. Is it okay if I watch this? And he was like, yeah, I guess so. Like, he said it like that, which should have been my first clue. It absolutely should have been my first red flag. And I was just like, oh, that was weird. I was like, okay, well. And, God. So, literally, like, picture a theater. Picture, like, imagine if you're standing on stage and looking towards the audience. Imagine the very middle. That's exactly where I was sitting. Now, every goddamn awkward... Like, if you don't know what Rocky Horror Picture Show is, please do yourself a favor and Google it. Google the time warp on YouTube, or search the time warp on YouTube. Take, like, a second. Go research and see what this is, so you can realize my pain. Every single fucking song was sang with direct eye contact at me. Various like times where they would like go out into the audience and like walk around. They like walked right up to me, and I was like, "This is my fucking nightmare. I want." No, it's like it was half. I don't want them to like think their performance is bad if I'm not like constantly smiling. You know what I mean? Like it's just like I didn't want them because I'm the only one in the audience, so I'm the only like person whose reaction they can gauge, and I didn't want to be like looking like I was having a miserable fucking time, which I was. So like I had to put on this really fake like ha 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 smile, because I just didn't want them to feel more awkward than I was. And we get to intermission, and I just like talked to the director and was like, "Oh, I've had a family emergency. I have to go." And as an adult now, I'm sure he didn't believe me, but I don't care. Like I showed up and I got the grade. I should also mention that my professor, the one who was teaching me the theater class, was not the head of this production. She was not involved in it in any way, which is why this is also kind of weird. Where it's like I knew no one there. I think I knew like one or two people in the actual like play, and they were I think one of them was like an extra, and he was in the theater class, and I was just like, I'm just skipping over this. I don't think it's super important. So, yeah, I was just not having it, so I left, and that was genuinely, whenever people bring up, like, Rocky Horror Picture Show, it's like, oh, don't you love it? No. Absolutely hate it with all of my heart. I think, and it's the other thing is, like, this is the other awkward part of it, is that the play is, like, somewhat heralded by people who are, like, for trans rights and stuff like that, because there's a lot of cross-dressing in it. And I'm like, that shit doesn't bother me, like, in the least. Like, I could give two shits. But it's like, I didn't want to seem like, if I didn't like the play, somehow I was, like, offending someone who was, you know, into that stuff. And I was like, I just don't want to be here. It has nothing to do with who's on stage or whatnot. It's just the general air. So, that was one of the most awkward experiences in my life. And I'm hoping that I don't somehow relive it when I go back, and when I go see Drunk Shakespeare on Saturday, because that would be great. Oh, but that is my that's my theater story. Have I ever been to the theater again? Now that I think about it, because I like theater. Since then I've taken 3 or 4 theater courses in my like main college. Enjoyed all of them, to be honest. I think I had the best plays, but I mean, I had fun. Thought it was a good experience. In fact, and this is weird to say, I think some of my most experience when it comes to writing, and all of the experience I did in college, is writing plays. Despite my intense hatred of theater because of Rocky Horror Show. That's not true. I still like the theater. It's just it's not my favorite form of entertainment. Stand-up is, hands down, which also takes place in theaters, so it's awkward. Yeah, so it's an experience I would like to forget, but can't. What else have I been doing? I've been really obsessed with True Trophies lately. True Trophies is like, if you've heard of True Achievements, it's the same thing, but for trophies. And they have a bunch of stuff that track, because I'm a huge trophy whore, where it's like, my favorite thing to do is try and like platinum games. I don't really care, like if I play a game and there's no chance of me getting the platinum, because it's something like win 300 online matches or something ridiculous like that, or if it's got like a really ridiculous, really hard trophy, like Wolfenstein 2 has a trophy for beating the game on Mein Leben difficulty, or Mein Leben, which is you only get 1 life and you have to go through the entire game, and it's also the hardest difficulty. That to me is like no, I'm not getting that. I'm not going through that. So any trophy I earn in that game, I don't really care about as much, because I know I'm not getting the platinum. So I'm like, eh. What I like the most is like my collection of games that I've fully completed in platinum, etc. So I've been working on that for a few different games. Nothing really close. I did have this slight update. So another thing about me is I have a top 5 games of all time, except I only know 2 of them, if that makes sense. Think of it like if you've read or seen the anime Toriko, where it's like the whole thing is about like creating the perfect dishes and stuff, and like every chef or battle chef, whatever it is, has like their perfect menu. But except they don't really discover it until like they find it. So how do I put this? When it starts off, I think Toriko has an empty menu, and he decides like, all right, like after like the first arc, he's like, that one animal provided the perfect like dessert or something. So like he decides on the dessert. I'm similar in a way with like my top 5, where it's like I don't really have a definitive top 5. I have 2 games that are in the top 5 in no particular order. It's not like this one's number 1, this one's number 3. I don't know what 2, 4, or 5 are. It's not like that. It's like, I should clarify. The 2 games are, which in my mind are perfect games, are Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door for GameCube, and Okami for various PS3, Wii, PS4, PS2. And I feel this way about those games because A, I've replayed them dozens of times. B, I think they are completely self-contained. You don't need to play anything else beforehand to get to them. That's a big part. It's over here to your left. Like don't get me wrong, I really enjoy the Kingdom Hearts games, but each game is enhanced by the ones previous. So like technically the only one that qualifies is Kingdom Hearts 1. Like Kingdom Hearts 1 would have to be it would be the only one you could consider because at the time it's the only one that's by itself. So like 2 could never be considered because the characters were built up in 1, etc. So for my top 5, like I have a top 5 series that I haven't really thought about much, but Kingdom Hearts can qualify for top 5 series, which I think it does. But for like singular games, Okami, Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. Paper Mario technically comes from a series. Like technically there are a few references to the original Paper Mario and stuff like that. But I think you can easily never have played that game. Like I've never played it. And it's still a perfect game. It does everything it sets out to do. It's long enough. It's satisfying enough. I feel like there's enough content. That's my biggest thing. Okami's the same way as well, where it's just like there's just so much shit to do. The lore is there if you want to look for it. It's all contained in one game. Okami's great because they easily could have ended it after the first arc. Like you start off trying to like stop Orochi, and it's like an 8-hour, 10-hour journey, something like that. It's like a significant amount, like enough time where it could have been like its own game just to do that. And then there's 2 more arcs within the game that, if I'm being honest, Capcom kind of dropped the fucking ball on. Capcom could have added some more fluff and shit like that, and they could have made it into 3 different games. That's my belief. Or maybe like 2, if they like cut it in a certain way. But yeah, so Okami's a perfect game. Paper Mario: 1000 Year Door is a perfect game. I think upon replaying it on Vita, and this is a big announcement because I know everyone's following my perfect games. I think upon replaying it on Vita, Metal Gear Solid 3 is a perfect game. I think it's in my top 5, which is weird to say for various reasons. 1, there's no side quest in Metal Gear Solid 3. It's just a straightforward linear experience. 2, it is technically part of a series. It's the 3rd installment in the series, so it's like, this is unprecedented, Nick. How could you possibly say this? No, I will tell you, skeptical person in my comments. I played Metal Gear Solid 3 without playing the originals. I didn't play 1 or 2. I didn't play 4. I have played all of them now. Like I watched the cutscenes on 1 because the gameplay was a little old for me. I played 2. I played 3 again. This was before Metal Gear Solid 5 came out. And then I played Metal Gear Solid 4, and then when 5 came out, I platinumed 5. I played a lot. So I can safely say, I haven't played Revengeance. I did finally download it on PS3. I still haven't played it, but definitively, I can say that I'm a Metal Gear Solid fan. I've played them all. I think you can say that. I haven't played Peace Walker either, or Purple Ops. I've played the main series. I don't treat it with the same care that I treat Kingdom Hearts, but every time I replay 3, while it makes references to the original games, I don't think it relies on them at all. I think you can start from start to finish. It's just completely centered on itself, which is impressive because, like, even playing the other Metal Gears, it doesn't make that many references. Like the epilogue kind of leads into Metal Gear Solid 1, and then how else to put this? The epilogue leads into 1, and then they set some stuff up for Metal Gear Solid 5 and 4 and stuff like that. But that's not really, like, I can't judge it based on games that came after it. I can, but I'm not going to. I'm very picky and choosy with this. So it's not like, how do I put it? It's not really, even though it's a game in a series, I don't think it relies on the series whatsoever. On top of that, I think the story from start to finish is very, very good. It's got a macro and a micro plot line. I'm sorry, let me put it a different way. The main story, like the main plot line, is simple enough. Get back this researcher who's building like a super weapon against his will. Along the way, you also have to kill your mentor and stuff like that. And the game kind of just goes through along those lines. You meet other characters along the way. Snake is introduced to them, creates various relationships with them. There's other plot lines introduced. There's other like things. But basically, that's the main plot. Is that recover this researcher, destroy the main weapon, the big weapon he made, and defeat your mentor. And it pretty much hits those notes. And I think along the way, the dialogue is really, really good. Like, it's just like it makes you care so much about each individual character. All the interactions are great. Genuinely, just one of the better games I've played in my life. We're back. Hey, while we were looking for the others, did anyone come back? Nope, nobody did. Oh no, we have to return to the desert. Sora, behind you. Interesting. Ah, there's another Piyomon. A rampaging Piyomon. It's a different Piyomon. Everyone keep it together. We'll fight. An interesting boss choice. So yeah, now, the more astute people watching may be like, Nick, how come all of your top games come from the PS2 GameCube era? And my response to you would be, shut up and stop overanalyzing things. But no, the answer is that that's really when I started playing games. When I was a kid, I had a PlayStation 1, but I got it late. I didn't get into gaming until I was like 10. And like, so my first console was a PS2, and that's where I aggregated my love for video games, where I collected everything, all my games. And then I also got a GameCube later on for games I couldn't play, and I got those as well. And because those were my first consoles, those are the games I've replayed the most. And that's one of the requirements for being in my top 5, is that you have to, it has to be a game I've replayed multiple times. And I can't say that about every game I've played, obviously. And for PS3 and PS4, PS4, still very young system, so I haven't had that much time to replay games. Same with Vita and PSP and stuff like that. I want, like, for instance, Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep is one of my favorite games of all time. I can't call it my top 5, though, because I can't definitively say that, like, without playing the other Kingdom Hearts games, it would be as good. But I played that a shit ton on PSP, PS3, and PS4. I'm playing it on now, so it's different. And like Final Fantasy X, I've played through like dozens and dozens of times, but I'm still not quite sure if it's on my top 5. It's got potential, but it's like I haven't made the final decision for it yet. But yeah, there should be PS3 games eventually that I start to say like, hey, this game is my top 5. My issue is, most of the PS3 games that I've played come from, like, that I really, really enjoyed are from series. Like, how do I put it? I'm looking at my collection right now. Like, I think my favorite PS3 game is Ratchet & Clank: A Crack in Time. But, again, that's part of a series, so I can't really use that. I have other favorites, too. Or I have other ones I really like, but none that are, like, either the first in the series or standalone games. I'm sure there are some I like. I have to look through my trophy list, but I don't know. There just haven't been as many. That Piyomon's shrinking. I didn't even realize it was bigger. Must have exhausted its energy. It's Good thing no one got hurt. Thank you, Sora. Piemon. We'll give you the ancient treasure handed down to this village. Wow, thank you. Sora, thanks for saving all of us. Hey, your ancient treasure was a recovery device? It's not even like an equipment. It's just like a one-use item. Sorry, I ate a Digi-Tomato and I suddenly got agitated and started rampaging. We'll put a sign next to those Digi-Tomatoes saying it's dangerous to eat them. Or, it's good to eat them because you'll Digivolve, and isn't that what this is all about, Digivolving? Did you think about that, huh? Yeah. That's too crazy. Also, I've only just noticed, if you look at the leader list at the top, that there's an empty slot at the end. I wonder who that's for. Alright. So that's it for this one. Ask me any questions related to things, make comments, etc. I'll see you all later. Thank you. Have a great day.